muted. Apologies, guys. There we have it. Look, it must have muted itself when we changed some stuff. Anyway, welcome. Stephen Box here at Vanguard Tactics. Join with Joe once again. So anyway, Joe, what have you been up to this week?
Moved home.
Moved
into my new bachelor pad. Living the dream, surrounded by cats. I will die in my flat alone, eaten by cats.
Probably,
That's how I'm going now.
We'll just make sure you feed them, yeah?
Yeah.
So anyway, we are talking today about the first, or one of the first ever Vanguard Tactics events, and also one of the first ever events of 9th edition, and also one of the first ever events of, or since the lift of some of the COVID restrictions here in the UK. So extremely excited to talk about about that to you guys today. All the details are going to be below, and essentially we're going to be answering any of your questions relating to some of your armies that you've been building, and any of the sort of general questions that you have around 40k, 9th edition, and all that good stuff. So anyway, apologies about the sound issue right there.
Yeah, it wasn't a case of we didn't realise, it was the first message that came up saying no sound. Yeah. That's when we realised. And the problem is there's a delay as well.
There is a 30-second delay.
So we'll see your message, we'll fix it, but there'll still be no sound until we press the button. Super annoying.
Yeah. Super annoying. So anyway, the first event of COVID, or first event since the COVID restrictions, now is absolutely been one of those things that we wanted to make sure we did it right, and we're doing this, and we're doing this in conjunction with Foreground Publishing and Entoyment, who are our new sponsor now, and we've brought together the most professional team that we possibly could. And we've also brought on Matt onto the team, and you guys will meet Matt, I'm sure, at some point. Matt is an event consultant. He's ran the Quidditch World Cup a couple of years ago with 35,000 people, and this guy writes risk assessment and health stuff as his job, procedures, all that kind of stuff.
So 35,000 people?
Yes.
Pretending to ride...
Whoa. Hang on a minute.
On broomsticks?
Joe, we pretend that our models shoot and kill each other.
Yeah, it's true.
So just...
I'm going to go. Like,
you do you. If people want to play Quidditch, all the power to them.
Let them play. Build it and they will come, as they say.
I've seen a real-life Quidditch game.
With flying broomsticks?
They were flying for them.
Yeah. When I went to Harry Potter World, you stand next to it and you go up and it goes into your hand. Right. There might be someone pressing the button.
Okay.
We're not sure.
No.
But it's totally worth it. If you get a chance to go to Harry Potter World, definitely go.
Okay, there's a plug for Harry Potter World. There you go. Look. Anyway, so the event that we've been looking at running is on the 1st and 2nd of August. Now, if we didn't think this event could be safe, then we would not have run it. We've gone to absolutely every single length we can possibly go to. We're leaving absolutely no stone unturned to make sure that this is a safe and enjoyable event. Now, a couple of things to note. That the player pack that is in the description below, that you can see the link to the event, the player pack's there, that outlines absolutely all of the procedures that we're putting in place to make this as safe as we possibly can. Yeah. Now, it's one of those things that mental health for us is a huge part of Vanguard Tactics, and also really helping people find their enjoyment and happiness. It's why I went live for 80 days, to help bring us all together, to help people feel less isolated. Yeah. But we need to find a new level of normality as COVID becomes, what's the word like? The restrictions become more relaxed, and we're able to start to do organised events. Now, there's been a little bit of controversy about, running events and all that kind of stuff, as I'm sure there is with most things like this when we're talking about people's health. And the most important thing to do is please read the player pack and make sure you are 100% comfortable attending, and also you're being responsible all of the time. So whether it's being responsible for the people around you, or also being responsible on the day.
Yeah, because we're giving you the equipment to be safe.
Yeah.
It is then your responsibility
to put it in place,
to do it.
And we do have procedures in place in case anyone does break them. They will be yellow carded, red carded, and asked to be removed from the event if they persist. I'm sure that won't happen, as I'm sure everyone that's kind of going to be coming is going to be super on it. And we've looked at, the government guidelines. We're working with the local council to make sure this is a safe event and we get everybody's approval, which so far we have, which is absolutely fantastic. We're still waiting for one more green light from the local council, which we should hopefully get tomorrow, but everything is looking pretty good so far. But ultimately, we have put in place things like a 2-meter gap between the playing spaces.
Yep.
And although it's only 1 meter required, we've gone for 2 meters. And then when you are playing with your opponent, you will be having to wear face masks.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you, for example, at the moment, me and Joe are over 1 meter apart, so it's okay for us in the working conditions to not wear a face mask, and also we're talking this way and not to each other, which is a really, really big difference. But also the other thing as well is that just to make sure that everyone is completely safe, that we're going to insist on people wearing face masks, but that is all going to be provided along with hand sanitizer, absolutely everything that we possibly can.
We've been supplying goggles. If you want to wear goggles, those could be optional.
Yeah, like visors to complete the full face shield. We're doing the track and trace program, 2 meter distancing outside the door, absolutely everything you can possibly think of. Now, again, you can see for yourself the government guidelines. I've put all the links to that in the player pack. But just so you guys know, we're doing absolutely everything that we can to make this event safe, secure, and also enjoyment. Now, a few people have said, "Oh, why does it cost what it does?"
Because it's going to be explosions, light, fireworks.
I think you're overpromising stuff now.
Okay,
because there's not explosions or fireworks.
Yeah. You're just getting loads and loads of cool stuff, and like every table.
So Joe, if you went to an event, what would you want? Let's just name a few things that you would want.
Realistically?
From a premium, realistically, from a premium event, what sort of things would you want to see?
You want absolutely incredible terrain.
Okay, and do we have absolutely incredible terrain?
Of course.
We do.
We would provide nothing less. And
we're going to be releasing some videos on the terrain, but every single table, we've got, I think, 6 different map types. We're playing on the new size mats, so we're going to have brand new mats for every single table. And all of the terrain is freshly built, and every single terrain set will match its mat. So you're not playing with a mismatch of stuff. You're really getting absolutely everything that's matching to create immersive games. So we've got jungle theme,
snow theme,
necrotech,
Mars,
desert,
and city fight.
City fight. And then there's going to be different layouts on every single table. So you're never going to feel like you're playing on the same table every single time. So what else would you want from premium events? You've got mats to roll on, not just painted floors.
Yeah.
You've got great, incredible terrain.
I'm a sucker for a goodie bag.
You get a goodie bag. And what do you get in the goodie bag?
You get objective markers.
Objective markers.
You get the Vanguard Tactics measurer.
Yeah.
But not only is it just a normal standard measure of just plain everyday type.
It's not.
It is an event specific one, which Steve is looking for. Can't find. But it's got written on it
the number of
the event. So we're going to have Vanguard Tactics, and it's going to have number 1 for number, and as the events go along, they'll get increased. So you can collect a whole set and make like a cool exotic fan. To like wave yourself with.
And I tell you what, if somebody comes to the first 10 events, I don't know, there'll be a prize. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet.
Like coffee, they'll get the 11th one free.
Maybe.
Let's not go crazy, but maybe. Then, along with that, they get the objective markers. They get a dice tray.
Yeah, they get a dice tray. And again, that's one of the things that we're putting into place to make sure that this is, sort of
so you don't end up
COVID secure.
Yeah, so you don't end up with dice all over the table. You're handling your dice, your opponent's handling your dice. It's all going on. You're both going to have one each in the corner, in opposite corners, rolling safely, and you'll still be able to see them. And then, dice.
You're going to get dice.
We're going to give everyone dice. So it means that everyone can feel comfortable knowing that other people aren't bringing dice from home. They don't know who's handled it, where it's been handled, or what's going on. Everyone gets a brand new sealed set of dice to use at the event.
Yeah.
So It won't be, so you won't be using your own ones. Sadly, I know a lot of people are very protective over their dice.
Yeah.
But
they're just a random number generator.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
at the end of the day, this is safety first,
Mm-hmm.
and it's new dice. Who doesn't like new dice?
Yeah. And that's the thing as well, is one of the other things that you have to remember is not only we've got all those things, but we're taking all the precautions that we possibly can. So one of the reasons why the event is what it is because of the hire and all that kind of stuff that you need to put in place whilst maintaining a 2-meter gap between tables.
Yeah.
We do not want to just cram people in and make the most money possible, which is what events have possibly done in the past. We do not want to do that. So we are going above and beyond board with absolutely every single thing that we possibly can to make sure this event is fun and safe, and also you get that immersive feel. But what else would you want if you were going to an event?
Well, I'd want to win it.
Okay,
if I was winning it.
Yeah. What would you want if you won it?
Well,
just a certificate?
No. If you'd won an event, and you'd paid a decent amount of money, and someone handed you a bit of paper, you'd be like, "No, sir."
Oh,
and
not
you'd crumple it up, and throw it in their face.
Wow. Okay, so it's intense.
Then never return.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe you would if you enjoyed yourself. Because it'd be a really good time.
Okay. So what if you got some gold?
Not solid gold.
Not solid gold, but gold.
Printed.
Plated? No, not even plated, is it? I don't know. Anyway,
they're gold coloured.
They're gold coloured objective markers and measurer. How would you feel about that price if you came first? Bit better than a certificate?
A bit better because I can use that. That's got like a return value on it. And then.
What is if you also got an army tray?
Not this specific one.
No, this.
But that one.
No, a new one.
A new one.
A new one. Like
you'd be quite happy.
Just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that better?
That's way better.
Yeah.
Because then you can put your army on it at the next event you come to.
What if you also got to select a terrain set of your choice?
I'd be rather happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worth £180.
You'd be very happy because you'd be like, I paid the price of this event.
Yeah.
Not only did I win it, but I also get the price of 2 events back in just terrain.
Yeah, all 3.
All 3. Well, yeah.
Any math. Anyway, so that's what you get to come first. If you come second, you get this plus the objective markers and measurer.
Yeah.
If you come third, you also get this.
Yeah.
That's first place, second place, and third place. Best painted gets one of these, which is a army tray and display case.
Like the other one.
But with all the inserts, a little bit more kind of premium, I would say. This is for best painted and also most sporting. Don't worry, you don't have to share, you get one each.
Yeah.
And also the person that has the most potential to improve gets another ticket to another event, or they can have a coaching call with me for a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Their choice.
Or me.
Or Joe.
Or me. If you don't want coaching advice, but you just want to sit down and watch a man go mad for an hour, then why not?
Then we've also got a raffle, and proceeds will be going to Movember. So if you want to get a raffle ticket at the event, then we've got an Indomitus box. Again, this one is empty, but you will be getting a full box on the day. And also we've got the raffle for a new mat size. Hang on a minute. 3mm thickness.
Yeah. It's the mouse mat material.
But thicker.
Yeah. And that's all volcano-y.
This is volcano-y, but...
Do they get a choice, or is it that one?
I'm not sure yet.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
There'll be a mat.
There'll be a mat.
To hopefully match the terrain.
Yeah. Because it's for Movember,
if you were to win one,
should we all have moustaches?
I can't grow a moustache in 2 weeks.
Can you not just shave off the outside bits and just leave the stuff there?
Not sure. Anyway, so that's the event. If you have any questions, we will be using the full GW mission pack straight out of the GT pack.
Yep.
We'll be definitely doing that. So as soon as we get the 25th, the player pack will be updated with all the missions that we're going to be using and all those types of things. There'll be a full brief in the morning about safety procedures throughout the day. And there's also event group. We welcome any questions, and we want to go above and beyond board.
I've made the event on Best Coast, so once you've bought your ticket, go over to Best Coast. If you haven't used Best Coast before, I have created a how-to guide, step by step, on how to register. That
will be on our website very soon, and you can download that. And you can download that anyway, even if you're not going to this event. You just want to know how to use Best Coast pairings. But we give guides on how to submit your lists. We've just kind of thought about everything. Plus, in other news, guys, got a new toy. Look at this. We've got new camera, new lens, and this gimbal, which we're still figuring out how...
That's the tripod. That's the gimbal.
This is the tripod at the bottom here. This is the gimbal. So when we're doing our battle cams, it's nice and steady. So, Got some new things like that. Also, new VT dice have just come in.
Yeah.
So anyway,
and they're red,
so right.
blue, and black.
Yeah, so that'll be available if you come to the event. You can purchase those.
And the cups, are they going to be at the event?
Stainless steel cups and caps.
Yeah. Anything else?
Maybe
like, it's pretty crammed already.
It is crammed.
If we can actually get into the room around the prize support alone, it'll be an achievement.
Oh, and there's also trophies.
And trophies.
And
we don't have those yet.
Big trophies.
Yeah. I designed those.
You did
and then
not.
you changed them.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You took the main idea
and threw it away.
And then
it wouldn't work apparently. Spoke to the designer. He said
work.
Said he can't do that. Anyway, so what questions have we got in the chat, Joe? You're on the. You remember? Read it out nice and clear.
Well, I got to scroll to the top. Where's the moose?
Okay.
No, that's closing the window. It's all about audio. Blah 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 blah. So Nick Boxon.
Yeah.
Vanguard Tactics. Question: are there some clarification on the rules? Hang on, I'm going to read this first and then read it again.
Okay.
Because
Joe's looking deep.
Okay. So, question: is there some clarification on the rules in Ninth, like the storm shields or multiple smite? How are you going to rule it in the tournament environment? Well, the storm shields has already been clarified. Currently it's specifically for the guys in the Indominus box set, and it doesn't give you a 1-up save. It's +1 to the dice roll, like as if you're in cover. So when you roll the dice.
So basically, look.
Explain it in
simple
words
terms
that people can understand.
Now, I am TOing this event.
Yeah.
Okay, and you guys by now know me. I'm a straight shooter. So you will not be getting a 1+ unfailable roll.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
He will get a stick with a big hand on it and waft it at you. I would say strike, but we can't be abusive. We can't actually physically hit it. But he'd be like, I should hit you with this, but I can't because of the law.
Yes.
But be warned.
Just so you
Would
know.
get 1-up re-rollables.
Yeah. But it's not going to be happening. Anything janky...
Yeah.
And I would classify, oh, well, if I get my protractor out and I can be 9 inches away from the model, but then I only need to be within 5 inches of the vertical building, so technically I need a 7-up charge. You're rolling a 9, or you can leave.
Yeah.
It's going to be simples.
And the smites,
yeah.
Let's just assume it's going to be like 8th edition.
Yeah.
Gets +1 every time you roll for it.
Yeah. So simple stuff.
Yeah.
If it's jank, it ain't happening. I don't have jank. No jank.
No
Got
jank.
a 0 jank policy, okay?
None of that flying smash captains with a 0-inch charge.
None of that.
Madness.
No.
Yeah.
So we're going to be We're going to be playing rules as intended, rather than exactly the rules as written. But I will be making a note of absolutely everything that comes up and sending that over to Games Workshop. Just for feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be sending it off to the right people so you can get your voices heard. So yeah.
No.
So anyway, that's how I'll be TOing it. No jank.
No jank.
Yeah. And if you're a supportive no jank, let us know in the comments. If you
Maybe we should have like a sticker.
Yeah.
Be like
no jank.
No jank. You ask a janky question, you get a sticker. Nicholas says, "What's up, guys?
What's
the
up?
sun, the sky.
What's up? Would love to come, but Paul is about 6 hours away.
That's a lack of dedication.
Yeah, I know. Come on,
You
mate.
should
make the effort.
Just leave a day early.
Yeah, exactly. Take another day off work.
Take another day off work.
Both sides of the event.
Get yourself in a nice hotel.
Lovely hotel.
Plush.
Yeah. In Poole.
Yeah.
Lovely weather. Head to the beach. Chill out.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself for the event. Get your list submitted. Happy days.
And there's Cheeky Nando's just around the corner.
Oh.
Other food and chicken-based restaurants are available.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where I'll be.
Yeah.
Next question. David Wazelski.
We're just going to go with David.
David.
Just do first names.
We'll just do,
Joe,
yeah, David.
Don't put
Like on the
pressure
radio.
yourself.
Like on the radio.
Just
you
first
notice
names.
they only ever say first names.
Just first names.
David.
Yeah. David.
How do you see Horde armies doing now? E.g., Orcs, Nids, or Ig? The received wisdom is that the MSU is the only way to play competitively now. I don't believe that's a fact. I think armies that hoard now will hoard in the future, because running units of 10 Orc boys, that ain't going to work.
What if they're in trucks?
But then you're going to be putting a lot of points in trucks.
Yeah, but then they can just grab objectives.
But like, what about your big unit of boys that's putting out like 400 attacks?
Yeah, but is that not often overkill?
I wonder if you can string it out and touch loads and loads of units.
Can't do that anymore.
Why?
Because of coherency rules.
Yeah, but if you could stay in coherency,
then that's a different question.
Like there's like 15 of them, or like the big unit of gene stealers, like that everyone likes to double move and wrap stuff up.
Yeah.
Make a big circle.
Yeah.
Because once it's hit and killed stuff, it's gonna you expect it to die anyway.
So my thoughts are on the following: hordes. Now, the only reason why there would be a no horde, what
Steve did there was the vocal equivalent of just putting your hand in someone's face
and going no jank.
Stop talking, Joe. That's what you're saying.
No jank, Joe. No jank. No, Joe is right. I can't believe I just said that.
I know, right?
I need to sit
like when
down.
you said that Venoms are good. That was a winning day.
I'm getting a nosebleed, I think, right now. Anyway, so Horde will still be a thing in some builds, but I believe there'll be a gatekeeper list. And what I mean by that is what we saw in 8th edition with Knights. They're not going to be a completely balanced beat everybody list because they are going to have some extremely hard counters. But if, however, for example, a lot of my lists do not contain any blast weapons. Okay, so the Horde would not be penalised against me because I don't run blast weapons.
But a lot of your lists do have a lot of bullets. You don't
I munch combat. I munch Horde, but that's completely
like
different.
A unit of 6 aggressors, it doesn't matter whether a unit of 5 orcs or 100.
Yeah.
They will all be dead.
Yeah, so that's just my playstyle. But regardless, there are going to be some builds that don't run a huge amount of blast, and it won't really come up as much as I think we are perceiving it to. So that's one thing, unless... And you've got to remember as well, if everyone starts to build MSU... then actually and goes down like a heavy infantry list like Custodes and things, etc., then they're not going to have the volume of attacks to actually deal with the Horde. So we've got to, at the moment, there's a perception on what the meta will become, and this first event's going to be really interesting because it will start to shape the meta as to what people will bring. So remember, as the meta swings one way, with the other hand becomes a counter, and then the new meta will become whatever counters the counter. So that's where potentially we might see a Horde list do quite well in the future. But again, and this is something we talk about on the Academy, and why we literally made the Academy, is to help people master their faction. And a very good player in using a Horde is still going to do much better than somebody that's picking up the latest Custode list because they think it's going to be great and they don't know how to play it. So that is the thing, like once you're a real master and you've got the reps in with your army, that's why I did so well with the Blood Angels, is because I got the reps in.
It's because you got to think, like, in a couple of months' time, we're going to see what we had with the Marine Meta, where everyone's just running Custodes, and then that one guy will turn up with 200 Orc boys, and then he'll just smash everyone. And don't forget, like, Horde units can still come on from the side of the table. You can hold them in reserve. I think balance is the way to go. Start the edition running events, go into events with a balanced army, just to know the lay of the field, as it were. Figure out how the game works first before start your janky armies.
I mean, I'll probably be running a janky army because I love a bit of jank in that sense. I've no jank on the rules. Okay,
I'm already like
be clear.
9 towers.
So next question.
Nicholas says, "Wish I could be there." It's not a question, but we wish you could be too. Yeah. Means we can see Joe's beautiful face, says Kylo. Still, not a question, but...
Fact.
Yeah. Alright. Neil. Evening, Steve.
Evening.
Brackets. That's a silent and Joe, but we'll take that. Simple question regarding your event format. 30-man, 6 game. Wouldn't it be better to go 5 game than only one person on 5 wins instead of 6 games and potentially 2 players with 5 wins?
Yeah, I mean, we just wanted to do a 6-round event.
Yeah, 6 round. You've got to think like points. It's ITC. It's on Best Coast, so you're still going to get your points. You know?
And also the other thing as well is there'll be a point differential. So it just means that let's say somebody got a turn 1, and I don't know if that really swung it or something. Sometimes actually having that duality is not a bad thing.
And you got to think like the lists could be completely different. Like one guy could just max out every game.
Yeah.
It's like an impossibility, but one guy could just have an army that plays the mission and just does really well, and one guy just scrapes by every game on the minimum points.
And also, this is going to be the first event at night, and for us, it's about staying safe and rolling some dice.
Yeah.
Or we're not going to be bringing the most competitive builds. There's going to be loads of rules played incorrectly. Yeah. It's going to be a real learning experience for absolutely everybody, and we're going to do the best job we can, which is why we have, I think, 6 player referees. Yeah. So there's going to be a referee on every other table, so that you can quickly grab a referee and go, how does this work? And obviously with the full briefing prior to the event and also on the day of the event, hopefully that can all be cleared up. So yeah, just to have some fun, really.
Nicholas says that my area has opened up 25 people indoor events, so I hope they'll get an event soon. Hopefully, the more events, the better, because then
providing they're done with
properly.
And that's kind of why, I'll be honest, I wanted to be one of the first people to do it, because I know that the team that we've got has put literally so much effort in to make sure this is done right. You cannot, and I'm telling you, when you see the player pack I've put together, the amount of hours that's gone into that is ridiculous. Like, I had to drive down to the venue. I spent 4 hours there measuring up absolutely everything to make sure I could come up with the perfect floor plan, all those things, make sure it's being, we're speaking to the local councillors, etc. All these meetings that are happening to make sure that this event can happen. We're not just doing this on a whim. And if you are thinking about doing an event and thinking about running one, make sure you do your diligence. And if you need any help, get in touch with us.
It's about setting a standard, though, isn't it? So
absolutely.
We're coming in with the first one, and we're going to set it here.
Yeah.
If you see any events underneath, you could be like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? These other events have done this to keep me safe, so I can keep other people safe. You need to implement that.
Yeah, basically. Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. Andreas says, can I buy the goodies if I don't come?
Can you buy the goodies? You can buy the goodies. So you can buy the terrain. That is available on the Foreground website. There's also links to it if you go to www.vanguardtactics.com, head to our shop. There's a link to all the terrain there.
But the special wooden measurer, the objective markers,
event only. The dice
and the cups, all event only.
The Vanguard Tactics.
You're gonna get real close now.
Ooh, look at that. These are precision cut.
Yeah.
Metal grade dice. Look at those.
Yeah, proper shiny. I got told off earlier for spending too long rolling them.
Yeah. Look at those.
I like to think of myself as a proper dice connoisseur. I think every wargamer loves dice, because that's why we play this game. And you're like, you look at them, and there's just some dice, but then you pick them up and like, oh, these are some dice.
And these are not cheap dice.
No.
These are not cheap dice. These are real. You want to treat yourself to a. It's like, I think dice are like, sometimes in the past I bought myself a really nice pen.
Yeah.
I could have just used a Bic pen. Does the same job, but there is something nice about getting a really nice pen.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you buy a Rolex over buying a Casio? There's nothing wrong with a Casio. It tells the time. It does exactly what the Rolex does. But sometimes, if I was to buy a Rolex, it might be because I want to set a goal. I want to achieve this, or I want to do that. Or maybe it was a present from somebody, so it has a real emotional attachment.
Yeah.
Like, you could say, right, I want to go 4-2 in an event, and I'm going to treat myself to some really nice dice.
Yeah, and these are precision dice as well.
Yeah, so know that they're rolling averages.
Yeah, and if someone is rolling really well with them, it means that we hate them.
Yes.
Or if someone's rolling really bad, we feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
And we go, it's just, at this moment, right this second, the dice gods are not with you.
No.
But they're so precise, they should just roll average all the time.
Yeah.
Which means that everyone should draw.
No.
No?
Because it's a skill game, Joe. It's not a dice game, is it? Come on.
How will I win?
You need to watch lesson 1 of the Learn to Play course, which comes up on the 25th, by the way.
Yeah.
So link is below.
I was there. I was part of it.
You were. Yeah, shame you didn't listen to anything.
No, I just sit there and I go, Camera on.
Yeah.
Talk, Steve.
What's next?
What's next? Right. You need to scroll down.
Okay.
You got the mouse. Whoa.
Too fast?
Hang on. Take me up to... Up. Stop.
Okay.
Jacob says, how much does he say it costs?
The event is £60.
Yeah.
£60.
Which is good. 2-day event, 6 games, 2,000 points. And you get a lot of stuff.
You get a lot of stuff.
If you go to most events, you don't get any stuff when you walk in the door.
And I've been to so many events where I'm like, the terrain won or lost me that game. I've turned up to the table and I've had to apologise to my opponent and say, look, if I go first, I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
or if you go first, this is going to be...
Yeah.
Like, you just know that you're both looking at the table like, this is awful. In our games, the terrain is completely balanced, I can assure you.
Yeah, and all the tables, I mean Steve, has basically worked out specific table layouts, and they'll be on the table so you can see them. So none of this, like, turn up to a table and be like, oh, I'm not sure about this terrain, and just start moving it around. So once your opponent gets there, like...
You're like, oh, I'm having this corner in your fortress.
Yeah,
and they're like...
They've got like a twig to hide behind. So everything's like fair and
balanced.
Even, balanced. Like, so, totes are worth it.
Yeah.
Totes my goats.
Yeah.
Right then. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Where can I find the infos about your event?
Event is in the link below, and there is 12 spots left, I think.
Yeah, that's from In the Shadows.
Okay, In the Shadows. 12 spots left. Link is below in the description. Or you can head over to Vanguard Tactics Facebook page. All the details are there.
We need the Primaris the half mask made of plastic.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That would be cool.
Like the aggressor one is what I'd probably wear. Or I'd probably wear a Harlequin full mask.
A full mask?
Full Harlequin mask.
Proper. Well, I used to do a lot of paintballing and airsoft, and a lot of guys that do Warhammer do it. So they've worn masks for years. This is perfectly natural for them. They're like what you could,
loving it.
Yeah. You'd be like, oh, I've got my SAS full gas mask. I'll just wear that.
Well,
if you blow really hard, it makes fart noises around the side.
You're such a child. Such a child. What's next?
Zabateman.
By the way, we appreciate all your comments, absolutely everything.
Yeah. What do you think about arcoflagellants in the Bloody Rose list?
Do you know what?
Question mark.
I really... And do you know what? We're actually going to build... We're going to do a video on how to build a Sisters Army.
That's for the
So
event.
there's an event coming up. It's called 40 Hours of 40k.
Yeah.
It's a charity event by good friends of ours of the channel. And it's happening on the 12th to the 13th of September. And I'm actually going to be helping write the Sisters list. So together, I thought what we'll do is we'll sit down and we'll write a list together. So you can see how I put that Sisters list together. But I'm probably going to be taking some arcoflagellants. And I'm probably going to be taking some Bloody Rose.
So you saying that you're going?
No, as in I'm probably going to be talking about... If they would like me to go up and it's safe to, I will travel up there and play for 40 hours of 40k. Not for the whole 40 hours.
No?
Because I need to sleep, probably.
No, it's
straight marathon.
This is like a marathon.
Okay.
This is like if you go there,
you
got to be awake the whole time.
Okay, right.
Or maybe you just need to be in the room and just sleep under a table.
Maybe. Somebody did say actually on one of the other lives that if I play Harlequins for the rest of the season, they'll donate £100 to a charity of my choice.
You need to get paid in then.
So, I'm up for this. But for me to commit to one army for an entire season is a big ask. So if the money was right for charity, I'd do it. For Movember.
Yeah.
All proceeds would go to Movember if I run Harlequins for the rest of the season.
Maybe we should set up like a charity page.
Well, we already have one. It's the Team Vanguard Tactics one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
I reckon if there was, what do you reckon? £2,000?
Or if we do it by event. So how many events do you reckon?
Don't know. I need to get them painted for this one.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah. Because let's face it, no one's catching up with you on the Blood Angels. So...
I've got a few points for those.
Yeah. Like, so you can just be like, just retire those. But that leads me into the next question. Blood Angels, Terminators, any good?
Yes.
Says Evan.
Hammers, storm shields.
Yeah.
Unit of 8, go for it. Gets my approval.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why unit of 8?
Because 8.
That's your magic number.
It's my magic number, Joe.
If you write any list
8.
and Steve's involved, he's like, change that number to an 8.
8.
8.
It's like this. It's just it's an aesthetic number. It looks beautiful. You know, it's got the right curves, the right symmetry, the right balance. That's number 8. There we have it.
Okay. I thought 3 was the magic number.
No, 8 is.
Okay, fine. It's technically 3 is half of 8 if you look at it.
Yeah,
it's like
and
2
so it's
of them.
off balance.
Oh, okay. The hashtag no jank is now trending.
Oh,
we should get that done. Maybe we should get Vanguard Tactics t-shirts with hashtag no jank on them.
That costs more money to get extra printing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just spray paint it on, make a stencil, spray it on, be done. Dennis.
Yeah.
3113.
Yeah.
Question: I've never understood the Chief Librarian strat from Faith and Fury.
Okay.
If I use this after I have unlocked a second psychic discipline, for example through Tome of Velcona, can I take a 4th power?
Oh.
I would get it because it does stack, doesn't it? Because if you take that stratagem, it just gives him the ability to take 1 on top, and then any equipment that you take on top, surely that would add. He's gone to get a book now. He's run away. He's left me to babble.
When you ever have a rules question, the first thing that you should do is check the rule book. So let's check the rule book.
Give me that book there. We won't give you dead air. We'll just carry on talking about stuff. Weather's good today, although it's not super hot in here, which is good because last time it looked like I was going to melt and turn into a puddle. Right. It's called The Job or What's It of Stuff.
Just read quietly, okay?
Sweet. But you gives an insight to our day. The reason why I'm not invited to the 40k 40 hours.
Shh. Quietly. I'm trying to read. Go on, you do the same.
This is not good.
They can watch us read.
Okay. I'm done.
Okay.
So the Tome of the Malcador simply says, Librarian model only. A model with this relic knows 1 additional psychic power from any discipline they have access to. So, if by being a What's the Chops, Chief Librarian allows you to have access to 2 disciplines, then you just get an extra 1 from there. It doesn't mean that you can cast anymore, it just means that you know them.
Whereas the Chief Librarian 1 CP stratagem does allow you to... It knows 1 more power. So this model knows 1 additional psychic power. Chosen discipline can deny additional power.
So he knows 1 additional power
from that,
but it doesn't say that he can choose from a different tree.
No, that's a relic. That's a warlord trait.
So, for instance.
So my understanding of this is that you would know 3, you can cast 2, and you can deny an additional. And if you went with that one, you would know another one. So you would know 4, but can only cast 2. That would be my interpretation.
Yeah. And if you have a relic that allows you to pick from another tree, then you'd have to take the tome to then allow you to pick another one from that tree, but you'd still only be able to cast the 2.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, there we have it, look.
There we go. Solved for the whole internet.
Yep.
Well, until they release the next codex.
Yep, for now.
For now.
Good job.
Yeah.
Now what's next?
From the second discipline. I liked that he put a Z in there.
Yeah. There's
Very
a
cool.
fly buzzing around. I'm going to catch him in a minute.
Mr. Weeb says no jank.
No
Joe is always right. Yes, thank you.
Who said that?
I'm not going to tell you.
I'm going to ban them from the channel.
It is the man who provided us with...
Not Kylo.
Yes, Kylo.
Kylo's banned.
Yeah. Well, we just put his list up on List of the Week as well.
Taking it down.
Scroll down. I'm at the bottom now.
Okay.
What troop would be best to hold back objectives for Blood Angels in 9th? In Cursors, Intercessors, etc., says Nicholas.
Incursors, all the way forward. They're just like a utility bit of kit, the incursor, because in the reason for in why I think incursors are just absolutely paramount in any Blood Angel list is because of the way that alternating deployment now works. One of the massive problems with a Blood Angel style list was that if your opponent managed to deploy first, they can completely zone you off the table. Now, with incursors in the alternating style, if your opponent does have infiltrating units, sack off your backfield objectives, fight for the midfield, claim the midfield, worry about your backfields later on. Okay, so that's where you could put a character back there, or your death company can just sit back there chilling until you wings them over. Or your sangers.
What if they get depleted real low, and then you can wings them away to safety to stop them from dying?
So, incursors for me are a must in a Blood Angel list.
Yeah.
Anyone that says intercessors, I'm going out there.
What if there's like 60 of them?
That's a completely different build to a good one.
Yeah, like just having 3 squads of 5.
Yeah.
Meh.
Incursors.
Yeah.
Utility. Toolbox. Packing heat.
I don't want to say that name,
okay,
just because I'm gonna murder it.
Okay, I'm really sorry that Joe can't pronounce names. I can't either. I've got dyslexia, so.
Question is it just says Tyranids ?
We need more than that.
As in, how are we going to run Tyranids? What do we think of Tyranids?
Yeah, need a bit
Tyranids. Like, I reckon a patrol of Kraken to get your Swarm Lord and a massive unit of Gene Stealers, and then the rest of it take, what's the shooty one?
Oh, we need to see it on the table. We need to see how it all functions yet.
Yeah.
We're waiting for our Nid army, and then we can show you.
And then like a spearhead of the shooty one, which gives you reroll 1s when you stand still, because they've got a psychic power that gives you exploding 6s. And you just take Hive Guard and just pepper people from the back table.
Bit of peppering, like that, yeah.
That's what I do.
Next one. We're going to wrap this up in 5 minutes.
Jeremy says, how do you convince people you have been playing Custodes for over 2 years? That's a tough one.
Because you can paint them real quick these days as well.
Yeah.
What I would do, Jeremy, is get your receipts out from 2 years ago, put them in a nice binded folder, and take that with you and say, hey, here's my army list, and here are my receipts from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the receipts from 2 years ago, we're all just going to call you Meta Chaser, okay?
Yeah.
There we go.
To be honest though, it's a weird one, because Custodes are cool, and everyone has wanted them to be awesome and cool. And, like, Steve just threw, like, this, see? But this is different, because we need to have a studio on
You Meta Chaser, Joe!
Yeah, the Custodes are mine, and it's going to be awesome.
So Joe can't win a game with his Drakari, so...
I can. Not against you, or... like at the top tables, near the bottom, living the dream. But things like Custodes are really cool, and if you've ever read an audio book with Custodes in it, you're like, I want them to play just like the books, just murdering fools. So be like me, Meta Chaser. Don't be like those Iron Hand players, because they're the worst. There's got to be a limit. I think what you should do, right, is Games Workshop released a new rule set, right? And you have to buy tickets to be the first 50. Any after that, you're a Meta Chaser.
Meta Chaser. No jank.
No
right?
jank. This won't be a janky army. It's going to be proper thematic.
Thematic.
Yeah. It's all about the fluff. You've scrolled down too far.
No, we'll just skip.
Alright, okay. So, thoughts on the vehicle explosion issue. They are removing all feel bad and jank, as you say, but one vehicle explosion can create no skill issue that can't come back from. I kind of agree, and I don't.
So the best way around it is don't take vehicles.
Yeah, just do as Steve does. Don't take vehicles. Because we played a game versus I was running Admex, he was running Knights. I blew up his Knight, and it just wiped out all of my characters. But I was winning by then, so it didn't matter. Yeah. So, but it was funny because when he charged me and got another vehicle in, blew that up as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thing is, I don't mind the reroll because there's armies that have got stratagems that force you to explode. Like Alpha Legion adds 3 to their dice roll.
So I like it that you can't re-roll it, and that's because I've had multiple occasions where I've rolled a 6, my repulsor's going to explode, and then I'm like, cool, CP re-roll that, boom,
6,
another 6. That only really happens to me, so now at least I'm not tempted to re-roll it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, not only am I exploding, but I'm also losing a command.
I once used a Vect on someone's exploding knight just to kill as many of their stuff as possible. I think it's fun because the game can be real, can get real serious. Like with two of you,
stuff like Vect. I don't think you should be able to re-roll that. It's too powerful already. So I really like that ability that you can't re-roll those things. I do. I'm a big fan of that.
I used 2 on Steve the other day.
Oh my god!
And
I think it was actually 3.
I used 3, but I used 2 in the charge section of the game. Because I vectored an Overwatch in the charge phase, and then in the combat phase, I then vectored again. I had no CP left. I was gone, but it did save a whole lot of models.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking of the Ultras game. I was thinking of the Noise Marine game.
Oh yeah, I vectored a lot. It's quite good because now Drakari have got more CP, and I'm not spending CP on lightning fast reflexes. Getting all the use out of Vec now.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
What's next?
Nice dice, says Ben. Fact.
They are very nice dice.
8, also the number of corn.
Yeah, that's me, Bloodthirster.
Maybe you're like one of those little blood letters. You're not full.
No, I'm more like, you know that guy that came out with, is it Warcry? He's got like a helmet on. Jacked.
What, the Iron Golems guy with the little pan on his head?
I don't know what he's got. Not that guy. Not the Golem guy. The guy's like holding something up and he's like jacked.
Oh.
And he's he literally looks like Tarzan.
Yeah. Which one?
The biggest, most jacked, shredded one.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Hercules when The Rock played him.
Absolutely.
There we go. Nicholas says, keep Death Company or drop them.
Oh, Nick, get out! I can't even believe you.
It's funny you were saying this because you had a discussion about what do you do with Blood Angels, and he was like, you get like a tray, right?
Don't say that. That's a joke between you and I, okay? No. That's not my actual opinion. And I'm actually writing a full faction review for Goonhammer. And that'll be out next week on Blood Angels. But, like we said last week, Blood Angels, I got to come up with some different tactics. But I tell you one thing, I'm keeping the Death Company.
I can't wait to walk into this room and see you with 60 intercessors.
Look,
with assault bolters.
You will be surprised when I'm rocking out with my 60 Death Company. 10 Intercessor Death Company.
The thing I like
3, and then 30 Death Company, and then 3 Death Company Dreadnoughts.
Death Company are proper terrifying in Ninth. A unit that can double move across the table turn 1, and you can't backline hide from them.
Nope. You ain't hiding.
You ain't.
No.
They ain't getting no away from them.
So anyway, Death Company in. You can't call yourself a Blood Angel player if you're not running Death Company. Fact.
In the Shadows says, do you think Vanguard veterans in Deathwatch are dead? 24 points per model with a Storm Bolter and a Storm Shield.
No, because they allow you to, rules as written at the moment, still fall back and shoot. And for now, just because they've lost the fly keyword, it will still say in their codex that they can still do that. So unless that gets FAQ'd, and if I'm wrong, I may well be, if they have taken that away, then yes, it's a waste. But if they still maintain it, then it's still good. So we had to fall back and shoot with that unit.
It's a lot of bullets as well. And 3 up Invan, still good.
Yeah.
Still real good.
He was on about the Vanguard vet in specifically though, and I think in regards to, obviously because it has the fly keyword, allows you to fall back and shoot.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, but in the squad, in the 10-man veteran squad,
you need that unit shooting as much as you possibly can and charging as much as you possibly can, which is why the bike and the vet is so important.
I used to run just 10 veterans and Storm Shields and Storm Bolters.
Mistake.
And the moment someone touches you,
mistake.
That's it.
Plus, you take a black shield and you can heroically intervene, and that is going to be, I guarantee it, one of the most strongest abilities in 9th edition.
Yeah.
Not only that, but these guys are objective secured, which is incredible. Deathwatch, in my opinion, are looking sharp for 9th. Calling it. One more question. What's the last one, Joe? Do you want to end on?
Oh, I like this one.
Okay.
From Matt. Did you guys see that Shadow Spectres apparently went up to 42 points a model for a toughness 3 1 wound model? No, I didn't see that. But I like Shadow Spectres. They're cool.
Yeah, I mean, like...
But they are a unit with the fly keyword, and their guns are real good.
But we haven't seen their full rules yet.
No, because...
So if they've got all of a sudden, I don't know, -1 to wound, you can only hit them within 6 inches.
Yeah.
I don't know what they might have now.
Yeah, don't forget, the Forge are changing all the rules for their units. So these guys could be absolutely bananas.
So with Forge World, you can't look at the data sheet and the points because they might not be right yet. Okay, so just hold it.
Yeah,
almost.
we don't know how it's going to get FAQ'd or rules changed.
No.
Like,
so last one more question.
You can scroll down. We'll do a random lottery.
Oh, and remember, guys, you need to sign up for our Learn to Play course. The link is below, and
you're taking me up to the top now.
And you can win that massive giveaway that is currently available until the end of August, which is an Indomitus box, full set of terrain, trays. There's like 9 things for 9th. Also a day with us, so you can get that competition by heading to the link below. Sign up for the free course, which will be live on the 25th.
Spud unit.
Go on, Spud unit. What have you got? What have you got?
Where can I get my Vanguard Tactics t-shirt so I can look buff and sexy as well? Okay. I'm assuming you're talking about me.
So if you want to look like Joe, then all you need to do is come to one of our events, and I might have a spare t-shirt to sell.
Yeah, come to one of the events, wait for us to go around the back, knock us down, literally take the shirt off our backs.
I mean, yes.
Do it to Steve, because it'd be funny.
No one's knocking me down.
Get a highly trained
assassin,
martial arts small child, probably like a girl, because it'd be even more funny, and we could be like, you got beaten up and had your clothes stolen by a small child.
Sometimes I just don't understand how your brain works.
Well, have you seen that film Kick Bum? She just pulls out like a nightstick and just back of the legs.
Anyway, guys, really hope you enjoyed this one. I'm not sure what's happened to Joe in the last 20 seconds, but I really hope you enjoyed this one.
It's got real hot in here.
So anyway, please check out that player pack and let us know what you think. Have a read through it. Comment on here what you think of that players pack. If you think we've done a good job, please let us know. We'd really, really appreciate that. And if you do want to come, remember you've got to be responsible. Make sure it's only right if you want to come for you, and check out the link below for the Learn to Play course so you can sign up for that big giveaway. And we love you as always, and we'll see you this time next week at 6 o'clock. Take care.
Bye bye.